pop right there. I don't know if you guys heard that, but it does feel good to be back in the boost. Now, welcome back to the channel, everyone. I do apologize for not having a video out to you guys for a couple days, pretty much a week, honestly. I know it's kind of unusual. These last couple of weeks, I've been really consistent with uploads, but I did run into an issue, and I'm going to be explaining what that issue was and how you guys can prevent that issue if you guys are going to be boosting your FRS, your GT86, or your BRZ. Now, this all stems back to the EVAP leak that I did throw a couple weeks ago, if not a month ago. Now, EVAP leaks are some serious business. You guys do not want to ignore those. Personally, I did not ignore mine, but the leak was not found until it was unfortunately visible. Now, if you guys follow me on Instagram, you guys know exactly what happened. My car was leaking gas. Like, it was leaking gas bad. Like, I exhausted an entire tank pretty much from a gas leak in about 25 minutes, which was really bad. Now, if you guys are unaware, my car threw the P0455 code and the P0456 code. Now, if you guys are Subaru owners, you know, Toyota owners, you know, GT86, you guys know, that's going to be your EVAP code. Now, this all stems back to when I got my injectors and my fuel pump installed the day that I did get my real dyno tune. I got those installed so the car has more fuel pumping through it, so it runs right. It does not run too lean, it does not run too rich, and obviously, you know, to complement the turbo, you can make more power. But unfortunately, when those injectors and the fuel pump did get installed, there was a problem, there was a leak, there was a massive failure, not on my end, but that happened, but was unable to be found until, unfortunately, it was too late. Now, at first, when I did throw the P0455 code and the P0456 code, I thought it was because I did not tighten my gas cap all the way. You know, sometimes that does happen. It'll throw that code if the sensors detect a little bit more gasoline, the fumes of gasoline. So it's gonna throw that code, hey, you might, you know, have a loose gas cap. So I thought that was the case. I got the code cleared and I went on with my day. Now, 2 days later, the code came back on, and I decided to take the car back up to the shop because it needed to be, you know, diagnosed. Obviously, it's not me, it's not my issue with a loose gas cap. Something else is going on with the car. Now, I did get it serviced, I did get the diagnostic, the full diagnostic, and we couldn't find anything. So we thought it was a tuning problem. So we got the car tuned, retuned, because sometimes things happen. Maybe there was an issue with the EVAP and the tune. Maybe there was an issue with, you know, the fuel pumps as far as the tuning goes. So we got that fixed up. Now, obviously, when we got that tune, you know, the check engine light didn't come back on, and the EVAP light did not come back on. So I went on with my day. About 2-3 weeks down the line, I go ahead and I get a full tank of gas. This is pretty much last Wednesday when this happened. I got a full tank of gas. I parked up, you know, at a local car meet, and about 15 minutes after I park up, there was this reeking smell of gasoline. Now, I thought it was my friend's car because he has an older car that he actually took out to the meet, and I thought it was that. I was like, all right, shit, his car smells like gas, you know? Until I actually went ahead and I looked underneath my car, and there is this big ass puddle of gasoline, and I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Like, what's going on? You know, why am I leaking gas? Did I puncture my gas tank? And I'm thinking to myself, there's no possible way that I punctured my gas tank because I didn't go over any speed bumps. I mean, my car is low, but it's not that low, but it's low enough to the point where if I were to go over something that would puncture the gas tank, I would have noticed it. Like, I would have been jerked around in my seat. You know, I would have heard something scraping, and honestly, the check engine light would have came on, because the check engine light did not come on when I parked up my car. So I had no idea what was going on. There was just a huge puddle of gas, and the severity and the issue of this is, you know, when I, you know, do a startup on my car, sometimes it pops, sometimes it bangs, you know. I didn't know where the gas was leaking from, because I would have cranked the car, turned it on, it was prone to explosion, obviously, because, you know, the way that my exhaust works with the turbo installed. So what I had to do was I had to pretty much disconnect the battery from the car, and I had to get the car towed. I wanted to be extra safe, because obviously if I don't know where a leak is coming from, I'm not going to be stupid and chance it and drive the car. So I got it towed back to the shop, and we did a diagnostic again, and pretty much, I shit you guys not, I don't know how I was driving the car for, honestly, probably close to 1,000 miles, if not. The fuel pump actually was not on all the way, which is pretty scary to me, because at any moment the car could have literally blown up. You know, we have an excess amount of fuel, we have fuel leaking, the turbo, high compression motor, these boxer motors are high compression. A lot of things could have went wrong very fast. And honestly, the funny thing about it is, when actually was leaking fuel, I actually took out the back seat to kind of check out, you know, what was going on with the fuel pump. It was reeking fuel, or not reeking, it was leaking fuel. You could literally see it. So, which was pretty crazy. Very, very lucky, you know, knock on Alcantara, you know, that this happened when I was not driving the car. It was parked up, and there was no other damage that was visible, that was actually seen. So bottom line, guys, you guys need to be careful. If you guys are getting, you know, fuel pumps done, injectors done, make sure everything is clamped on properly, make sure everything is installed properly, double check your work, triple check your work, because you don't want to be out stranded somewhere and have to get your car towed. Now granted, I was like maybe 15 minutes from my house, 10 minutes from the shop. So like literally the car was in the tow truck for, you know, a couple minutes. It wasn't even that bad. But you don't want to go out somewhere, you know, get gas, park up, and then you come back to your car and it's leaking fuel, and you're like, fuck, I gotta get my car towed X amount of miles, you know? That just sucks. Luckily, you know, it wasn't that far. Damn, this guy is riding my fucking ass. Luckily it was. This dude is literally riding my ass, bro. Holy shit. Luckily, it wasn't that far, and, you know, I was able to get everything taken care of in a timely manner. So be safe, everybody. If you have a gas leak, if you have an oil leak, any type of leak that you don't know where it's coming from, make sure you guys just get your car towed, take it to a shop, dude, and make sure everything is getting checked out and it's getting done right. Because, you know, a lot of things can happen and a lot of things can go wrong. But yeah, I want to make this video to kind of update you guys on exactly what happened, also to kind of prevent some of you guys from running into this issue as well. Because, you know, obviously during this whole journey of, you know, boosting the car and then going ahead and upping the boost next season, pretty much over doubling the boost next season, I kind of want to document everything and let you guys know, you know, the whole entire process, so you guys can, you know, prepare yourselves for some issues that could happen. Honestly, I hope this issue doesn't happen to any of you guys. But yeah, be safe, everybody. I mean, it's no joke. When you boost cars, you know, obviously things are gonna happen. Things don't go as planned, but you gotta prepare for them, and you guys have to, you know, be safe, be smart, and execute everything accordingly. So hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you guys did, make sure you guys absolutely drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and also turn on those post notifications. You guys are staying up to date with all of the new modifications, any updates, or just, you know, any type of just real talk on the channel. We'll catch you guys in the next one. Deuces.